Songs of Solomon chapter 1 verse 1. So let's have the 3 verses of all together at once. Okay? Songs of Solomon, are you ready? Are you ready to go? Want to go? The Songs of Solomon, which is Solomon's. Let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth. For your love is better than wine, because of the fragrance of your good ointments. Your name is ointment. Your name is ointment poured forth. Therefore the virgins love you. So you don't need to read the Bible. Draw me away, we will run after you. The king has brought me into his chambers. We will be glad and rejoice in you. We will remember your love more than wine. Rightly do they love you. I am dark but lovely. It's not fair complexion. O daughters of Jerusalem, like the tents of Kedar, like the curtains of Solomon. Do not look upon me because I'm dark. Because the sun has tanned me. It's because of the sun that it became dark. It was a fair complexion before. My mother's sons were angry with me. They made me the keeper of the vineyard. But my own vineyard I have not kept. Tell me, oh you whom I love, where you feed your flock, where you make it rest unknown. For why should I be as one who veils herself by the flocks of your companions? If you do not know, O fairest among women, follow in the footsteps of the flock and feed your little goats beside the shepherd's tents. Move on fast. I'll compare you, my Lord, to my filly among Pharaoh's chariots. Your cheeks are lovely with ornaments, your neck with chains of gold. We will make you ornaments of gold with studs of silver. While the king is at his table, my spikenard sends forth his fragrance. A bundle of myrrh is my beloved to me, that lies all night between my breasts. My beloved is to me a cluster of henna blooms in the vineyards of En-Gedi. Behold, you are fair, my Lord. Behold, you are fair. You have those eyes. Behold, you are handsome, my beloved. Yes, pleasant. Also, our bed is green. The beams of our house are cedar, and our rafters of fir. Now, if you read it, it's like a romantic this thing in the Bible. But see, many people don't know that this is in the Bible. I'm not aware that it's in the Bible. Yeah, you see, marriage is meant to be enjoyed, not to be endured. Marriage is meant to be enjoyed, not to be endured. The most terrible pain you can ever get is through relationships. In this life, the biggest pain that can ever come to any human being is through relationships. Have you heard what I'm saying tonight? And the biggest joy that can ever come to any human being is through relationship. You got what I'm saying now? Did you hear what I'm saying now? The biggest joy that can ever come is through relationship. You have a relationship with God. See the joy you have with a relationship with God. You have a relationship with your mother, your parents who grew up in homes. I don't know how many of you grew up in homes, a very good home where they love you, where your parents love you, where you are so loved. You know, our children love to be at home. None of our children are looking for how to get out of the house. Okay, they're not looking for a way out of the house. When they're in school, they are eager to get back home. A relationship in the home is cozy, it's interesting, it's joyous, it's very sweet. So when they get out and see that in school and see the harsh treatment they get and see that people are so unfriendly around all over the place, you find out that you now begin to yearn for a relationship at home. The same thing applies to marriage relationship. A relationship in marriage is supposed to be really enjoy. You can't wait to get home to see your wife or your husband. You can't wait to, that is supposed to be something you are looking forward to. It was meant to be pleasure. But the enemy tampered with relationship from Adam's time and turned a lot of it to pain. Jesus Christ came so that they can get it back. And so the thing is, why are we doing what we are doing here? Why are we doing this counseling? The premarital counseling we are doing, premarital counseling that we are doing is so important because if you remember when we first of all shared, we said it will eliminate surprises. Surprises when you get to the marriage. Because like when I was saying that, I was hearing about deception. The biggest power that the enemy has is to deceive. To deceive you. The devil is not that powerful that just have raw power and take a Christian and just destroy the Christian. It's deception. And he's working at it 24/7. So many people, you are going to a relationship, you want to go to a relationship, and somebody says, love is blind, marriage is an eye-opener. You are going to the marriage, you don't know why you're going to marry, maybe you have to crazy reasons. You look at the wrong reasons for getting married. I don't know if you can remember some of the wrong reasons. People get married because, somebody has Botox, somebody has these features in their physical body. Somebody get married because they have been rejected at home. So they want to run to get married and escape their parents who are maltreating them. Some people are getting married because of what is called rebound. Rebound is that somebody jilted you, and because the person who jilted you, you want to go and get somebody so that you can show that you are marketable. You want to show that person who jilted you. You are trying to get back at the person who jilted you. So, I got somebody. See, So you see, it's a crazy. There are crazy wrong reasons, and many people are making decisions based on these reasons. Rebound. You are not being led by the Holy Ghost. You are being led by those forces. Wrong reasons. You are taking far-reaching decisions because of temporary problems. Because the person who did you now, after the time, you will not remember. Maybe you will pick somebody, he will not even see you. Some people are getting married because of pressure from colleagues, friends, social pressure that people are putting on them. You are reading particular age, so to give birth, and then people are putting pressure. Then some people are getting married because of the pressure from their family, from members, from parents, from grandparents. There's pressure, and then I want to carry my baby, I want to carry my grandbaby, I want to carry my own, like my baby. Ooh, bring somebody now. We bring somebody. You this girl, bring somebody. I want you to marry. So these are wrong reasons. Their pressures are coming from outside, and people are taking life transforming decisions based on pressure. Some people marry because they are looking for license for sex. License. They want to get license. You know how to go get driving license? No, so you know you can be driving motor without driving license. If you practice very well, you can be driving. Okay? But if they catch you, you're in trouble. Okay? If you're careful as them catch you. You don't say driving license. So what people do, some people use marriage like driving license. They want to get married like driving is a license for sex. I'm single, I need sex. Now I can't get it. I bet make a joke get license. License. So anybody that comes to you, yeah. I think you are able-bodied man. Let's marry. Now I get license, yeah, sex. But when you now get married, you know that God is not as you think. You see what I'm saying? Because most of us we are living in fantasy land. Are you hearing what I'm saying now? It's fantasy land. Because the thing is not as you think. You get to that relationship, you know that there are other things that are joined with sex. Emotion, problems here and there. There's no money there to eat. You want sex, the other person doesn't want sex because the person was looking for money. You are looking for sex. And then the two of you are clashing together. After a while, the sex begin to smell the two of you. Smell, it's smelling. It's what to got license for. You can't get it again. People are deceived. Some people marry because somebody is virgin them. Because the person is virgin them. Then I say, okay, if God is virgin, let me marry this person. Don't marry because somebody got pregnant. For them, got pregnant. And she's carrying my baby. What can I do? Carry my baby now. He's carrying your baby. First of all, you have made a mistake by getting involved in sexual sin. That's not. But God forgives. Why don't you just stop that sin there? Instead of adding another one to it, to go into relationship wrongly. You get what I'm saying now? You enter a relationship wrongly because the person carries the baby. Now the person has carried a baby because it's not just about carrying a baby, it's about how the person, you and that person will stay together. The person born now, carry a baby. Say, baby, you can't buy baby. When you now begin to see problems, you look at that baby, you say, you dislike the baby. And I cause the baby this problem for me. You get what I'm saying now? There are wrong reasons that people are getting to, and the number one weapon of Satan is deception. Deception is number one. Number one is deception. And as long as you don't overcome it, you don't see what we are doing. What we are doing during this session is this. We are training you. We are training you so that you don't get involved in marriage and discover that you made a mistake. So I spent some time, I said, okay, now, number one, first of all, ask yourself, do I want to get married? Do I need to get married? That's the number one question you need to answer. Do I need to get married? You have to be honest with yourself. People like Paul, for instance, wasn't married. I guess people like Paul, people like Timothy, and Jesus Christ was not. And then we look at the New Testament, many people in the New Testament were not married. The people that, if you look at the New Testament, only few of them were married. Peter and a few other ones. Most of the people that were really doing exploit, they were not married. But you know, say Nigerian, if you want to Nigerian not to like you, Nigerians will like you, you better talk about marriage. Because even if you are deceiving them. You get what I'm saying now? So we say, okay, if you want to get married, nothing spoiled. It's not a sin. We look at the Bible. It's okay if you want to get married. If you know you have that calling that you can do it with marriage, you can fulfill your call with marriage. That means you know that somebody's good. God is bringing somebody across your path. With you two of you can join together and do more for the kingdom. It's okay. But you see, there are so many reasons. Crazy reasons people get married so that they can take care of 6 parents. You know, it's that they get married and marry the person so that they can go and take care of the 6 parents. See, all these things are selfish reasons. Somebody because of sympathy. This guy, he don't suffer for me too much. I will live and make you like that. Okay, Tom, come. Let's go marry. Nobody like you, but I just pity you. Yeah, go marry. Then you say. So it's not, there's no love. There is, you marry out of sympathy. Pity. So we look at those things. If you are not there, get the tape, you know, and it will really help you. Essentially, you know, we look at those wrong reasons because why we started those wrong reasons, because if you know those wrong reasons, then you now begin to redefine why you want to get married. Do I want to get married so that I can escape financial problem? This problem is too much for me. I need somebody who can carry this load. Then somebody is here, marry me, I beg. I get financial problem. I'm the firstborn. We are 8 children in my family. My father, born 8. And then I'm the firstborn. To pay fish, Nawala. Payment of school fees. So if I marry you at least, all these school fees, you get me pay them. Financial problem, it's escape from financial problem. Maybe the person you are married, you don't know the problem the person get. Maybe it's the first one out of 12 children. So these are crazy reasons. But what we are doing today is simple. What I want to do today is we're going to spend some time. I've analyzed those issues, those areas. What I want us to do today is looking at dating. Dating. Okay? Let's go to Amos. Let's go to Amos chapter 3. That's what we're looking at today. Dating. And what are you going to be doing as you date? And then it is still also part of, because when you are dating, it's like, as you are dating, you are also considering the fact that, okay, your premarital counseling is a kind of dating too. Because when you come around and get training, you are getting illuminations. You want to know, as you are dating, what is the purpose of dating? What is your courtship? Some people call it courtship. Some people call it dating. Depending on. Some don't even court. They just see and marry. Some they court, and the courting is just for formality. Amos chapter 3. Look at it. Look at verse 3. Look at it. Amos 3:3. Okay? Look at it. It says, can 2 work together unless they agreed? Look at it. That's the question. Can 2 work together unless they agreed? When I was sharing on reason for people getting married, what is the number one reason why you should get married? The number one reason why you should get married is that you have to fulfill an assignment. Your marriage is meant to fulfill a godly assignment, godly purpose. And so if you are going to get married to somebody, listen now, if you are going to get married, and you are getting married to somebody, and the person you are getting married to is not on the same web page with you, that's the problem. Are you hearing what I'm saying this morning? There's a problem on ground. Look at it now. See where we got it now. Amos 3:3. Amos 3:3. Say, can two walk together unless they are agreed? Can two walk together unless they are agreed? I shared and I will still share about today some if I have enough time. I said there are stages. Relationship have stages. If you have ever dated anybody before, maybe you ever fell in love. Maybe when you are in secondary school or when you are in the university, or if you ever fell in love with somebody. The first stage is what they call the tingus. In love experience, tingus. You can hardly sit down, hardly wait. Oh, you are thinking about this person. Hey, you think about him in the morning, Henry, afternoon, Henry, in night, Henry, Henry. When everybody is tired of the Henry around you. It's what you call in love experience. You have not seen, you are seeing stars. Okay? You don't want to hear anything negative of Henry. Everything is cool about him. You get what I'm saying now? Your parents say, Henry is like from 410. Because he's been going around. The way I see that guy, he moves around, he doesn't stay on the job. If you get any job, you spend 3 weeks, he will leave the job. You say, no, he's not got the right job. He's looking for the right job. Mommy, you don't understand. He's not got the right job. You see, it's the tingus, the excitement. Some can last for 2 weeks. Some can last for 2 years. You don't need to put in effort that time. The emotional details can carry you along. You don't get out of seeing him. You don't get out of calling, texting, phone. Hey, text to. Okay. When you see him, you see him off, then he sees you off. You see him off, then he sees you off. And you see, relationship normally they're supposed to start like that. It's normal. There's nothing wrong with that. Listen very well. Listen very well now. It's nothing wrong with it. The only thing is that you need to know that it's not going to last forever like that. That's what you don't understand that this thing. Okay, is there a thing I need to see that I'm not seeing? Are you getting what I'm saying now? This one, if you have those who are married, at least most people are married. That initial thing was there. Okay? That initial thing was there. Now you can come back to that initial one with time if you get knowledge. You can come back to that same tempo. It's possible. You see, when I was getting married to my wife, initially when I started dating my wife, those are tingus. I talk about my wife, I talk about her in the morning, I talk about her, I read her letters. When I carry letter everywhere. Everywhere is good, and then she's also in love with me. And then during our vacation, she comes on vacation. When she comes to see me, we see her off. Then I don't want her to go. I stay with her. Then we talk more. Then we start talk some more again and everything. And then talk. And now we see her off. As if you don't go. You see, the thing is I can hardly wait for the following days I can see her. You get what I'm saying now? So now I be go around, I be looking around the uncle's house area. I be looking around the area to see if you can come because the uncle is the man is hot, you know. So the thing is, it tingus. You can. It's part of the beginning. But if you don't get teaching, when you get married and start having problems, I wonder, what come? What's happening? What? Because it's like, no issue. My belief was that we will never have a single argument. What am I going to argue with that for? It's like somebody was, saw somebody, a marriage counselor on the airport, and was going to, they say he goes for a marriage counseling meeting, counseling meeting. He said, what for? The single guy, he said, what are they counseling for? He said, you love me, I love you. What do you need to counsel for? You see, he has not seen anything. He's still on the mountain. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? He's on the mountain. He cannot see anything yet. I said, what do you mean? You love me, you love each other, you love each other. So what is it? We love each other. We can't wait to see each other. What counsel? What do you learn in marriage counseling? Cannot see it. You see, and so what happens is this. When I say this teaching you are getting, eliminate surprises. Because number one, you already prepare yourself. So that when you now start having issues, you don't say, oh, sure, yeah. You know, yeah. The thing is that you are not ready. You see the point now? You are not ready. You go into a relationship without being prepared. And there's what is called marital suicide. Marital suicide. Okay? You know what's called marital suicide? Marital suicide is going into a relationship. You are going into a relationship without being prepared. Marital suicide is going to a marriage without preparing for it. And you now find out that you have entered that marriage, you have discovered that you have entered that marriage, and now here you are right now, you discover that that man is violent. Or the woman is nagging. You didn't know before. And there are so many people who has committed marital suicide. In the US, they are about they did the research in US. About 40 to 50% of the marriages end up in divorce. Okay? That means if 10 people marry now, 5 will divorce out of the 10. Listen now. Then they now discover that out of the people that is divorced, those who enter second marriage, all the people that are going to second marriage, 65% of them divorce. Okay? Then those who go into the third marriage, 70% of them divorce. The reason is because once you quit once, it's easy to quit the second time. And if once you quit 2 times, it's easier to quit the third time. So what is happening in number? This is that they are committing what is called marital suicide. Because now, see, you have been involved in different relationships. Sometimes you get to a relationship, but I did this one's going to be better. You find out that you see some faults. Now begin to compare with this other one. Then you run into problems. And the reason is because there is no teaching. You never go teaching. You are using your head to figure things out. You can't do it. That's why what we are doing is very important. Why should we date? You see, I give example of that Amos 3:3 now. Amos 3:3. Why you are dating Amos 3:3 is that you are trying to check your level of compatibility. Your level of compatibility. See, hear me. I want to say something very powerful now. The most important reason why you should marry somebody is because you are led by the Holy Ghost. I'm talking about born again believers now. Born again believers. If you are not born again, God have mercy here and there, you are not saved. I mean, mercy of God will be there. But for a child of God, the reason why you should marry somebody is because you are spirit led. You are led by the Holy Ghost. So now, after getting this leading, the next thing now is, when we start dating, listen now, you want to check out character. The person's character. You know, people always say that opposite attract. Have you heard about it? They say opposite attract. Huh? It's right and wrong. You can have personalities that may be different one another. For instance, the way I'm the outgoing type. My wife is the type that is not but she has changed over time. We go now. But that doesn't mean that we have differences. But the differences we have is complementary, not contradictory. We go now. There's complementary differences. There's contradictory differences. I will explain that one to you if you listen very well. When they say opposite attract, many times they don't know what they're talking about. Because you are supposed to be more alike, more than you are against one another. You have many things in common than you have against one another. Let me give you an example now. Me and my wife, like I said, for instance, my wife is a quiet person. I'm the loud person. And then, but that's complementary. There are times when sometimes, my own, if there's some things are going on, my wife cannot say anything. I stand up and say it. I am complementary. It's complementary. Okay? It's not contradictory now. I'm not using that to, now it's, God wired us like that so that somehow we can meet one another. We have those differences there, we can come together. But then, if we check most of the things that we do, we are in agreement. We flow together in many things. Are you hearing what I'm saying this morning? We flow, this evening, we are flowing together in finances. Let me give an example of a contradictory difference. When somebody is a major spender, just useless money, you get what I'm saying now? And another person is extremely stingy. Huh? You are going to be clashing. You're going to be clashing. Okay? Because I was reading a story of a lady. Lady was earning any money. And she was making a lot of money in America. Lots of money. And she just, when she makes the money, she gives the husband to take care of the money. The finances of the house. No, the man has been blowing the money away. The man has been blowing the money away. So after a while, he saw a mail, just by accident. They have been owing 6 months. You know, America is not like Nigeria here. They have been owing 6 months in their payment, house payment. So they notify them that they want to close, they want to foreclose. When they foreclose, that means they eject you out of the house. You lose your house. And all the monies you have paid, you lose everything. You don't get it, you don't get refund. You lose the house and you lose your money. The woman just came by the mail. The man has been getting the mail and hiding it from her. It was when she screamed. It's too late. The man grounded her. You see what I'm saying now? You see, is that they are relationship that is complementary. This is complementary. Look at it, complementary. Or contradictory. Spark. It's sparking. Complementary. Harmony. Complementary. Okay? Did you get the difference now? So you are not necessarily looking for somebody who is so different from you that you don't ever agree on anything. If you are single, you are looking for someone that complements you, then areas where you have differences, it complements. Okay? But you are more alike in many other issues. For instance, me and my wife, I don't spend anyhow. Why does he spend anyhow? We are reasonable with our expenditure. So we're in agreement with our finances. Okay? You can't just say now, just enter one market somewhere and go and buy one lease for 500,000 without my knowledge. Do you go and say now? You know, you can't just get 500,000 lease like that. Just go and buy 500,000 lease. Say, I just see them. They say they reduce price. Now I buy them. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't happen in the house. But there's nothing that my wife wants. That if I know she wants it, I wouldn't want to deprive her of it. I want her to get it. If I'm putting pressure on her, take. You get what I'm saying now? We are competing with one another in showing each other love. That's how it's supposed to be. Did you get it? Did you get it now? I don't know what you understand. What is it? Did I communicate? Huh? Am I communicating? So what you are doing during dating, listen now. You are checking out the person's character. You are taking an assessment. You are taking an inventory of what will this marriage cost me. If I marry this man or this woman, what will it cost me? What is it? Look at Luke. Let's look at Luke. Look at 14. What is the cost of marrying this person? If you want to marry somebody, you close your eyes. You will see. You may what you see after. You may not like it too. You have to open your eyes. Where? Luke chapter 14, verse 28 to 30. It's important to take stock. Area of agreement. Okay, thank you. Look at it now. It says, for which of you intending to build a tower, look at it now, does not sit down first and count the cost, whether he has enough to finish it, lest after he has laid the foundation and is not able to finish, all who see it again begin to mock him. Saying this man began to build and was not able to finish. Did you see that? If you are going into a marriage relationship, you have to count the cost. And you can only count the cost during the time of dating, when you are talking with that person. A lot of people hide. They hide during dating. They hide. They don't want to see you to see that they are this thing. They want to see their weaknesses. But if you are sensitive to the Holy Spirit and you have your eyes open and you get this kind of counsel, the counseling you are getting, for instance, now will help open your eyes to those areas. How does he handle anger? What about his relationship with his or her parents? What kind of personality is this person? You can ask questions. What kind of friends does he or she keep? If you don't want to know, you will not know. Are you aware of that? If you don't want to know, you don't know. The devil will help you so that you will be blind until you enter. You see, there was a story of a lady in my office. She was one of our staff, a secretary. She's dead now. I don't know what I don't know what killed her. I suspect the man. He married somebody. After she has a son. She has a boy, a son. I don't know whether it's 20-something-year-old boy. She had a son, but that woman, that lady, such a nice lady, she got transferred to the east to meet the so-called husband. And then that how things happen, one after the other, problem over and over, and then she died. She died in a very terrible, mysterious way. Now after the lady died, see what happened now. Look at it now. The lady died, and then the man, the death gratuity. They pay death called death. If you work in civil service, they give you death gratuity. The man had arranged to get the money. He had done everything. You see, when you people are in relationship, you see, there's blindness. The next of kin is the man claims to be the next of kin of the lady, and everything. And so everything has been tidied up by him. He has done everything. I don't know whether he did it before she died or he arranged everything. And was going to use to remarry somebody. You got it now? They've given him list. You see what I'm saying now? They've given him the list of the things that the man needs to buy to go and marry. The man can hardly wait to go and marry, do that marriage. This person, somebody just died, the wife just died. Not the so-called wife, rather. It's the gratuity of that woman that she's going to use to marry that person. So the thing, I got to know about it. When I got to know about it in the office, there was an anger that rose in my inside. I carried it on my head. It was not my department, though. It wasn't my department. It's a different department. They were here. That what happened. I left what I was doing. Every day I started pushing the matter. Even because I'm a child of God, the man you are used to do something. So by the time I said, where is the boy? I don't even know the son. But I know that lady is a nice lady. Very nice lady. Her name was Grace. She was very nice. She's a secretary. So I said, okay, call the son. I called the son. The son to come. I took it on my head. I was kind of fired. What's happening? No. This one, you do this one. It's not my area. It's not my department. But I enter it. I made sure the man didn't get money. He did everything. He was moving up and down, doing everything. He was running a no way. You're not going to get money. So we had the boy came from the Abuja. I met him and everything. I said, look, don't worry. He's the only boy that the lady had. And she has died a very crazy death. Bro, this crazy man, maybe because the crazy man he went to marry. Now the man wants to take the gratuity and take another wife. And then sleep the boy to swear forever. So I stepped in. And the joy was that at the end of the day, we skipped that man out. Is there anything possible I was able to do it? I never had to see the man physically. But I had to take it up. Because see, the thing is this. Here was this lady. If she had known, she would have stayed the way she was. She was working here now. And that's why to go and stay with the man. If she had known, she would have stayed the way. Because people are taking decisions every day. And so they are committing marital suicide. See, suicide, they are committing suicide on daily basis. Because the idea is that, okay, you are going to this relationship, and then you think the relationship is going to work out fine, and then you know that it's not going to work out, and you don't know. And the devil is a deceiver. Sometimes only when you are facing some challenge that you know, if you face some challenge, when you are dating, check how the person responds when you are facing problem. When you are facing challenge, when things are down, when things are difficult for you. There are people who love you when you are useful to them. Most of the love is selfish. It's not actually love. It's infatuation and lust. Selfishness. So what we are doing, that look where we are just now. Here, look chapter 14 now, where we are just now. You look at it now. Here, you are going to maintain the sensitivity. Okay? Be very sensitive. Don't just trust the person completely with everything there. Just because he says he's going to marry you and he's talking to you. Don't just listen and trust the person completely. Open your eyes. You go and say, open your eyes. Be open to other information about the person. You see, many times when we're in a relationship, we don't want to hear any other thing negative. What is your brother saying about that person? Your friends, what are they saying? What is your relation saying about the person? What are your people that are over you? What are they saying about that person? He has some opinion about them. They may be wrong, but you see, just listen. Are you following what I'm saying this morning? During dating, you see what I'm going to do when you're dating? Set boundaries. Set boundaries. But what I mean by boundaries is that there are some things you can't do when you're dating. Most people, when dating time is time to have sex. Yeah, have sex, don't they? See, once you start having sex, listen now. Once you start having sex, you become blind. Sex blinds you. There is something about sex and it's so powerful. Once you start having sex, you can't see it well again. You know, it's like once sex enter, there's emotional tie involved already. You're there exchanging fluids. And then, so you can no longer see properly. When the person is even deceiving you and lying to you, are you sure you're not lying to me? Yes, sure. Yes, sure. Yes, sure. Are you sure? You see, you can no longer see well because you already compromised. What is meant for marriage is already being done outside of marriage. And because of that one, you're already abusing that sexual intercourse because sexual intercourse is supposed to bond you. It's supposed to bond people together. Is sex supposed to bond you? Sexual intercourse is only what is reserved for. God reserved it for marriage. And one of the key reasons for sex, not just to produce children, and not just for pleasure alone, but for bonding. It bonds. When you have sex with somebody, it's like fellowship, it's like communion. You are attached to the person. That's why some relationship, when you keep your boyfriend, you are having sex, to detach becomes difficult. It's your part of your body is cut away. So you can't see faults. You cannot see those faults because sex has blinded you. So you need to create boundaries. You create boundaries there. This is it. Let's create boundaries. We're not going to have sex. Let's define relationship. This is how it's going to be. What we are doing right now is that we are dating. This dating doesn't have to result in marriage. You have to make that point. This relationship does not have to result in marriage if it is not the will of God. If it is the will of God, it will fall fine. But we don't have to make sure that this must result. And you see, why you do counseling? Listen now. When you do this kind of counseling, you are doing this counseling to understand whether is this thing going to work out? If it's not going to work out, can we terminate this thing? Or postpone it? You can either postpone or terminate. You see, a broken courtship is better than a broken marriage. Are you aware of that? When courtship is broken, it's better than marriage to be broken. When courtship breaks, nothing spoils. When your marriage is already broken, half of it is already somewhere. Okay? It's not easy to deal with it, but if it is broken as courtship, fine. So when you hold loosely, don't be too tight, uptight. Hold loosely, so that give God freedom to move you. Say, look, God can say, okay, look, see this area, see this area, see this area. He can show you things, But once you are not open, God cannot show you anything. You cannot see all you are seeing is the man nice. He did nice. What the woman did that get like the gay. Just like the gay. You know that? So you are you are not seeing anything. You can't see anything. Okay? So draw boundaries. Now look at it. See, what are the things you're going to be looking for? Project 18. Let me show you something. Project here. To look at it now. He says, where is a familiar scripture? Most of us know it here. He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. He who finds a husband too. You can say now. He who finds a husband finds a good thing. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. Did you see that? So what are we doing here? What are we doing here now? Look at it now. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. What is it that is good about this person that you need to discover before you get married? Did you get the question I just asked now? What is it that is good about this person that you need to get to know before you get married? What you are checking, Amos 3:3, where you get just now. What we are checking, that Amos 3:3, we are checking compatibility. We are checking compatibility. We are checking your level of compatibility. Are you following me this morning, church? This evening, church? Okay? What we are checking is how much disagreement do you have when you are dating? There are things you need to talk about before you get married. You need to talk about them before you get married. See, many people postpone some things when they get married, and that time it's too late. Spiritual, what is this? First of all, the number one thing I'm going to talk about is the spiritual commitment. Your spiritual life of both of you. If you love God and you marry someone who doesn't love God, you are in a big trouble. Big. Listen, you cannot force somebody to love God. I hear what I'm saying this evening. You can't force somebody to love God. You cannot force somebody and say the person is going to. See, many. I shared. I said. Men go to marry with a chisel. Woman go to marry with a woman go to marry with chisel. Man go to marry with hammer. You think I can manipulate him and change it to this one? It's not as easy as you think. So the number one thing you are checking during your dating time is that how compatible are we, spiritually compatible? How do we flow spiritually? Okay? What kind of taste does he like to listen to? Okay, what kind of taste does he like to listen to? What kind of go to Matthew 18. Let me go to Matthew 18 quickly. We are looking at harmony. If you can get harmony, then you are making progress. I share with you, I said, the most painful, the biggest pain you can ever get is through relationship. And the biggest pleasure you can ever get is through relationship. And if you have been here in this church for some time, I said next to hellfire. Next to hellfire is bad marriage. You know, I've been saying that. And then next to heaven is good marriage. And most marriages are bad. Most of them are not working. They are bad. I'm talking about even those who are properly married now. Matthew chapter 18. Verse 19. Look at it. Look at verse 19. Look at verse 19. And again I said to you that if two of you agree on earth concerning anything that they may ask, it will be done for them by my Father in heaven. Did you see that? If two of you agree on earth concerning anything, you have to agree concerning spiritual things first. If you agree concerning spiritual things, the rest is easier. I'll be honest with you now. The rest will be easier. Because you are going to have the same heavenly Father. So when there's a crisis going on, it's very easy for you to get changes done. You can easily get counsel, spiritual counsel. See, people that can counsel you, the best people that can counsel you is not your boss in the office. It's not your co-worker. It's not your friend. It's your pastor. It's very important. So it's very important to get somebody that can flow with you spiritually. It doesn't have to be a member of your church. It doesn't have to be a member of your church. I'm not saying it doesn't have to be a member of your church. Okay? Even though there's another advantage. It doesn't have to be. But the person must be a child of God. Born again. That's number one. Must be born again, number one. Number two, must love God. There are many people who are born again, they don't love God. They just play church club. And you can know if you are sensitive, you can know when you start talking about these spiritual things. If he's faking it, you know he's faking it. You give him go and listen. Go listen to this tape. My pastor Peter is very nice. Go and listen to him. They can say, I never get time to listen to him. I never get time. So now how office today? You see, he wants to divert on spiritual things to other things. See, if somebody doesn't love God, you can easily know. Does it take long to know? Unless you want to play dumb. You know how to play dumb? You know, like ostrich. I bury my head on the ground. If I don't see him, he don't see me. You are playing dumb. Somebody doesn't love God, you can know he doesn't love God. He or she doesn't love God. Okay? Now, it's possible then somebody can be changed tomorrow. It's possible. But most of them don't change. You guys know? Some people can change tomorrow, but most of them don't change. Some people just change for some time. After a while, they become wild. Very wild. So the thing is that they say they don't want to change. They're not changing. There was one, I read the story. There was Brother Hagin that told that story. Brother Hagin. They say that he went to where he stopped to preach. And as he was preaching, he saw a lady. That lady was about to get married. And they said, and the Holy Spirit spoke to Brother Hagin and said, this lady needs help. Call her out. So she called the lady out and then asked the rest to be singing. Everybody singing, start singing. As they were singing, so that they cannot hear what he was telling the lady. He said, young lady, the Holy Spirit said I should tell you that don't marry now. I've got somebody better for you. That's what he told him. Don't marry now. I have somebody better for you. Now, but I never knew that the lady was trying to get married. It was just out of the wisdom of God and the mercy of God. Apparently, this girl was about to get married to somebody who was faking to be born again. He already come to the church, he's joined the church, he's faking born again. See what I'm saying now? But the Holy Spirit spoke. Meanwhile, the pastor knew that this person is faking. So he was not going to talk to him, but the Holy Spirit had to use this guest preacher, Brother who was a guest preacher there, to say this person is, don't, even if you won't talk about the man, but say, don't marry now. I've got somebody better for you. Thank God, she listened. She not broke relationship. You know, it's not easy for a woman to break relationship. Are you aware of that? Women, especially if somebody is waiting for a husband, and the person say, won't marry him, to break it. See, is that pastor, are you sure? Say, God struck. See, the thing is, women, because the way women are wired, women are relational. Ladies are relational. Men are occupational. You know, we talk about our job, this guy's job. Men are like this, men are like this. Women are like, I have married, I have husband, he married me. You know? So those are relational issues. So, but lady, thank God for she was courageous enough to stop the relationship, broke relationship. Forgot about the man. Fake. Somebody can stay in church and be fake. You know what God for the ladies? Not long after that, the right person showed up. Right person showed up. So by again say left the place. You never saw the lady for a long time until one day I think he was somewhere meeting. Then so a lady came out with a young man, and they said, "But I don't know him." He said, "I don't know you. My name is Susu. I don't know your name, but your face familiar. I don't know because you see many people." He said, "Remember that day you spoke to me and said there's got somebody. I shouldn't mind now, but because somebody better for me." He said, "Yeah. I remember." That's the person. They are now in ministry, changing lives. See, at that time they're going to Bible school, they are training Bible school, they are in ministry changing. Now imagine that woman's ministry will have been totally destroyed. Because some, when they get home, they cannot go again. The man holding them captive and they can't move. And the ministry is destroyed. You see, God is doing calculation here to get this thing there. They will also calculate it. See, the devil calculated and pushed that man there before God came. You see what I'm saying now? Rush that one, yeah, carry Bible. King James, black leather. I'm born again too. And me too born again. Me too, I'm born again. Fake one came to stop the God's own from entering. And do you know that there are so many of that one is taking place every day across the nations? And people are taking decisions like that, ridiculous decisions like that, because there is no proper orientation and counseling. And you know, like I always share, your life doesn't have duplicate. There's no, you can't change your bed, you can't use your Belgium. Once you already got hooked to one person, and you're hooked to that person, you need a mega miracle. You just like what happened to Mike Murdoch. You know Mike Murdoch? Mike Murdoch had to my Murdoch was no longer interested in marrying now forever. And let me somebody changes like this, but for now, the man is done with marriage. He saw when. So it's done. Because he took a wrong decision. With a Bible school, with a fake lady in Bible school. Fake lady. Fake. See, how can the enemy stop the gospel unless he mingles among people? So now when I say, want to marry, okay, let me see that your boyfriend want to marry. When the boyfriend comes, I ask him a question. When I see the person answering, I attend something, tabernacle of this thing. You see, because I was once a crook, my friend, so I will not crook, I can never crook. See, there are people who, another story about the boy, but I can tell another story. About a lady who left the husband, because he said he never wanted to marry a pastor. No, the husband. The man stopped ministry. The man has to stop ministry. They came together. The man was doing this teaching the youth, teaching the youth. He goes around to teach in different places and all that. Then they go together, and then the relationship went. They got married. And he normally goes sometimes preach and come back, goes and preach. Later and I say, God is calling to go on full time. Lady said, no way. I won't marry pastor. I didn't marry preacher. He said, but I wasn't sitting down with you. When I met you, I was ministering. He said, but not kind of high one. You are doing one small, one. He said, this one is serious, more serious. I don't want that one. And then stop the guy. You see, now he's made a major miscalculation for the rest of his life. Because number one in your life is God, not man or woman. The number one person is not your husband, not your wife, not your children, is God. We shared that one last week. Your number one priority in life is God. And when God says you are called to this one, you can't say, God, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I see my woman, I get married. I get no agreement. Somebody said, I don't want to marry pastor. I don't want to marry preacher. See, people as if something wrong with preachers. Meanwhile, you see what happened? At the end of the day, it gets upon sickness and disease in the family. Sickness, disease, poverty, problem. Because see, anywhere outside of God is trouble. Pain. And then premature death. Premature death. Because see, if you don't want to do God's own, the devil will accommodate you. Comfortably. Take care of you and kill you young. Premature death. So many of such places in the US, where God calls the ministry, the woman stand on the way, or maybe the man stand on the way, the woman stand on the way and say, no way, no ministry. We're not doing ministry. I want to enjoy. Say, I want to live a normal life like other women. You look at other women, or the same sickness that kill other women kills you. The only safe place in the will of God. That's the only safe place. It's in the will of God. So you need to check that one before you get married to that person. Look, this is it. In fact, but I can say because of those lessons he learned, he said when he wanted to marry his wife, he told his wife, he said, look, I'm a preacher. He said, no problem. Because you are not number one. It's God and number. But again, told the wife, say you are not number one. It's God. Oh. Are you agree? So you need to establish that one before a good relationship must start signing papers with you. Spiritual one is number one. Is the key one. Because if you agree, Bible says 1 to 10,000, 2 to 10,000. If you're not in agreement, you can never be productive, and your life will be completely a waste. You're like it will be a waste on the altar of marriage. So it's critical. You have to agree with him. Let's agree. They even want to agree. They want to talk about, okay, what about children? Let's talk about children. How many children do you want us to born? You say no. You say no. After when we get married, before we get married, let's talk about it. So they have to agree of only 2 children. So they agreed in prayer, a boy and a girl, and they even prayed. They prayed it and named them before they even got married. They named the children before they got married. They had one boy and one girl. Is everything had to be stated? It was who was sharing? It was Bishop Oyedepo who was sharing one time. How he did that kind of do it. Right? I think he copied again. He took his wife to one computer building and said, sign. Sign here. I'm a preacher. Sign. See, the thing is this. If you don't get that agreement, don't go on. Don't go on. Don't just think it needs to sort themselves out. It won't sort themselves out too. You have to be emotionally in agreement. This is very key now. Okay? After the boss, number one is the spiritual angle to it. Okay? Okay? The emotional angle to it. Now here, this is very, very critical. It's very critical. The emotional is very critical. You have to know that person's sensitivities, the area of challenges. You have to know what is it that. Let me see. I can explain this thing now. You see, the first priority for you, I spoke about the spiritual angle to it. The spiritual angle to it. This is the most important part of you, the spiritual angle to it. Okay? Are you aware of that? So that's what I just described right now about what God is calling to do. What is the call of God upon your life? How does this person have the same spiritual DNA? If it's not the same spiritual DNA, does he have the same propensity? Does he love God? The most important, even the person may not know Bible that much. You got to say that he may not be too much. He may not know too much of the Bible. He may not be this kind of spiritual, that kind of thing. But the point is that does he love God? There are some people who really love God. They don't know, but they love God. They are hungry for more of God. And let me tell you one key to know somebody loves God. If you are a member of this ministry, the person will love our tapes. You got to understand now? If you get somebody, you want to marry the person, he's not interested in listening to our tapes, it's a bad sign. I'm telling you right now. If you are a lover of God, these messages you'll be looking for more of it. Even if you don't come to this church, you will love these tips. I'm just giving you one just a key now, one expo. So now, after you have established the spiritual angle to it now, the area you know to now begin to identify is your emotional. You see, this is your soul. Your emotion is your soul consists of your emotions. Your will and your emotions, your mind, your will and emotions. And here, most of the problems that happen in marriages, once this area is taken care of, most of the problems that happens are emotionally related. Are you hearing what I'm saying this morning? I will explain to you quickly. They are related to this one. This emotion, this area of emotion is where you get, let me summarize it, is where you are either glad or sad. If you don't know what is emotion, is where you are glad or sad. Emotion. I like him. It's here. It's not a spiritual angle. Every excitement that you have to marry that person, you can't sit down, you can't wait, it's coming. You can't dress your sitting room, you dress your, you sweep everywhere that you didn't sweep before. It's emotion. And like I share with you, I say when you are dating, most of the time you don't even need to do anything about this emotion. It's already high, on the high. It's like cocaine. Okay? You don't need to help it. It's like you buy a brand new motor. You don't need a mechanic. Cancel for what? It's brand new motor. You have to check engine oil. You understand now? It's only after some times. You find that this motor they short oil. I don't know about oil. You see what I'm saying now? But the initial time, this emotional something is so high, you don't even understand anything about emotions. You just it is the adrenaline. It's already it's shocking you. The man is shy, it's shocking. You got what I'm saying now? So this is emotion. But now, if you don't study this one, when you get married, this is that second stage, after that obsessive stage, when you are excited, what you call when you are shivering. After that one has calmed down, some can last 1 year, 2 years. When it has calmed down, now two of you can see each other's faults. You can see, this man is lazy. He's a lazy man. He doesn't like to walk. See, you didn't see it before. You get what I'm saying now? He's going to push you. We are going to look for money. Go, push you out. Go look for money. That's you are emotion. You can't live with it. Come back. Hey, how are you? I'm waiting for you to. The man is not waiting for you to. I got it. This is we are in love. We are in love. You never knew that he was a lazy man. You see that now? Because you didn't, there are areas you have not studied about that person. Because you are emotionally high. So when you come down from that mountain, or that emotion, and then you now begin to see those faults, you see that this man is rough. Doesn't like to bath. See, you want to see other areas now. You see, begin to see other areas that you didn't see before. Now you see, we now begin to make demand on him. Come bath. And then he gets angry with you. You got to say now, you see, now they're sparking now. Get angry with you. And then you get angry, then you know there's distance. You are getting distant from one another. You are getting further from one another now. Distance, there is distance. You go this way, I go this way. You pass this way, you pass. Excuse me, yes, excuse me. You have come down from this mountain. Now you are facing realities. Okay? So now, you see, people have done research and they discovered that this is the key area to deal with now because it's what they call covenant love. Covenant love stage. The stage of covenant love is no longer by sight now or by feelings. But what is it that makes this man happy? What is it that the emotional tank? How can I fill it up? How can I fuel it? What people like differs. You get what I'm saying now? There are some things that maybe, and everything, most of the time, they depend on the background where the person grew up from. I was sharing about background. The background where the person grew up from affected some things. So look at it now. This emotion, let me get the paper and show it to you now. Okay? Go to chapter 16, verse 24. Proverbs, yes. Proverbs 24, look at it. Pleasant words are like honeycomb, sweetness to the soul and hair to the bones. Did you see it now? Can you see it? Say, pleasant words are like honeycombs. There are some people, let me give you a list here. See it, look at it. Can you see it? Can you see it from there? Can you see it? It will be stop, and because I'm trying to. Okay, so let's see. Number one, words. Words. That's kind words. Some people, if you just say kind words to them, you commend them. That you are funny. They can do anything for you. You get what I'm saying? They can do anything for you. Just words, just kind words. They can do anything. They can kill a cow for you. Anything. Look at how he spoke to me. He spoke very, very nice to me. You see, that person, the tank here, he has to be filled with words. Once there is no kind words from you to that person, listen now. You are not speaking kind words. This is the wife. This is the husband. Huh? You are not speaking kind words to him. Maybe what this man like is kind words. Huh? You are not speaking kind words to him. You are using harsh words. You drain the pipe. You are draining his tank. It's empty tank. And so it's like a tiger. to fight you. Okay? So the emotion is fed by kind words. There are people who, those are the things that really make matter. The most people like kind words. Some, they don't really care. Even you talking out, their family, where they grew up from, everybody abuse each other. You did crazy, you did crazy. You didn't remember that. So they grew up like that. Some people, that's how they grew up. They like when I told one of our students, our children's teacher, we say, look, don't talk harsh words to him. He's not used to it. If he does anything wrong, let him correct him and everything. But abusing him, we don't in our house, we don't abuse children. So they are not used to people abusing them. Foolish, stupid, come, you're stupid. We don't, those are strange words. If you grow up in a house where they don't say stupid, foolish, and you now marry somebody who grew up in from foolish, stupid home. Your papa, yeah, your papa don't good. Your papa, you drain them. See, you didn't study the kind of person. You are using your own to judge. And most people are very safe. You don't care about now. And that's why they train me. And then you must accept it. You kill that person. You see what I'm saying now? You are not thinking of how did this person, what is his background? What kind of background does he have? What are the things that can fill his tank? Are you going to say this evening? That's number one. Number two, go to Proverbs chapter 18. Okay? Proverbs 18. It is 16. It is 16. This one is gifts. Proverbs chapter 18, 16. Okay? Proverbs 18, 16. A man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. There are some people, they don't care about words. What they want is gifts. He's not giving me flowers, birthday gifts, birthday. He doesn't give gifts on my birthday. You get what I'm saying now? See what I'm saying now? So, see, probably grew up in a family where they normally give gifts. You get what I'm saying now? They wrap gifts and everything. For example, my family, nobody give any gifts, man. Is it your birthday? Whose business that was? You get what I'm saying now? So, if my wife is the type that now wants birthday gifts, now it's going to have an issue. I have to now learn. See, all these things are things you can learn. Because birthday gift is important to us. So now let me learn about birthday. About giving birthday. So I can set alarm clock for the time that when the birthday remains 1 day or 2 days. Everybody say, go say, you have something. I have something for me. Yeah? This is for your birthday. You have to learn it. Since that is what is giving the person joy. You do now, you learn it. You can't just say, well, sorry, your birthday is on, I don't come up to you. Me, I know they don't give birthday. You have to learn it. You learn it. See, there are people who didn't grow up where they speak kind words. You can learn kind words. Instead of to just say something anyhow to anybody, just find a way to say it. See, my darling wife. Since where you born, I never ate my mind for this house. Now I don't eat like 3 years. I don't know whether that when this begin go get married, now go chop my mind for this house again. So you know, first of all, that's harsh language. Okay, you can still communicate in such a way that you will commend that person, affirm that person, make the person feel good before you even say one or two things. But we'll talk about that when we do communication. Okay, but hear me, that you can learn. All these things can be learned. You can learn to say kind words. You can call your husband and say, I love you. I'm thinking about it right now. I love you. Even though you don't feel like cursing him. You see what I'm saying? You can learn it. Okay? The same thing with these gifts. It doesn't have to be expensive. Since the person says he wants gift, because that should remember me and everything. You don't know. You are wondering, what do you mean gift for? Look at all the time I'm doing for you. How much is it? Is it 10, 20, 1,000, 2,000? I want it. Go and buy it. Set alarm. Do something about it. Learn it. That's what the person wants. So they can be at peace. Okay? You get that? The next one. Let me show you the next one now. Okay, Luke 22, sorry. Luke 22. Luke 22, sorry. Verse 25. 27. And he said to them, the kings of the Gentiles exercise lordship over them, and those who exercise authority over them are called benefactors. Yes. But not so among you. On the contrary, he who is greatest among you, let him be as the younger. And he who governs as he who serves. Huh? For who is greater? He who sits at the table or he who serves? Is it not he who sits at the table? Yet I am among you as one who serves. But you are those who have contended with me in my trials. You see, here he's talking about service, act of service. Look at it now. See it, service. Service, next one is service. Huh? Now here, there are some people, they don't care much about words. Now, some people combine some of this one, but one is more than the other. Okay? Now, there's some people, what makes them feel loved? That is because you are helping them. Okay? They don't have anybody who will do washing for them. You help them to do some of the dishes. The man loves me. Okay? But if you grow up in a place where you don't nobody in your family has ever helped a woman. Your father has never helped your mother. You now have to learn how to assist your wife. Some people's wife, they will carry load like this, one load there, and the man will be going like this with newspaper. Side. They will go going like this with newspaper on the side of this. Then the man should have a pen and should wait. Then the man wait for her. See, he grew up in a place where they don't render service to wives. Now this woman is sad and unhappy. He said, why? I pay children's school fees. I pay rent. I bought you clothes. You see, you are giving gifts, but you're not giving service. The whole place is dusty. You can't clean it. You must clean it, do every washing, and still give you sex. Normal. You must not shorten your ration. You must not shorten your ration for sex. And you must finish all the work. Abba. You see what I'm saying now? It needs service. If you can't render out the service, you can never get somebody to help to give out the service. Okay? So if your wife needs it or your husband needs it and you are not giving that service, you are draining that person. So he's angry, he's cantankerous against you. Because you don't know what the person needs. Okay? Next one. Is Deuteronomy 24, verse 5. Deuteronomy 24, 5. Okay? 24, 5. 24, 5. Are you there? Look at it. When a man has taken a new wife, he shall not go out to war or be charged with any business. Why? He shall be free at home 1 year and bringing happiness to his wife whom he has taken. You see, if you do counseling in a business center, we normally tell people who they counsel here before they get married, we normally advise you to wait for 1 year before having children. Now, most people don't wait, but we tell them is wait for 1 year, no child. Advisable. It's not a command. If you want, you can. Once you finish counseling that you get married, you can have child, start having child. No problem. Now you can carry baby go home and face your issues. But we normally advise you, why don't you give it 1 year so you can bond together before you start having. Because once children comes in, you really haven't known each other much. Okay? And then you now emotional issue with carrying baby and all the pregnancy and all those things. So we normally advise 1 year. Now it's not compulsory. But we advise it. Okay? You born together. This one says they will not go to war for 1 year so they can give happiness to their wives. Now here, the key thing here is time. Quality time. Time. What is called fellowship. Okay? Fellowship. That's the fourth one now. Is time. There are people who like to have time. They want you to spend time with them. You dig what I'm saying? They want you to spend time with them. The way to show them love is to spend time with them. Okay? The more time you spend with them, the more they enjoy your love. My wife likes time. You want to spend time with her. Okay? Time. You stay around, let's just fellowship. Sit down and then we talk, sharing, time. If you are the type that look, I don't have the time. You are busy trying to give the person gift. Take shoe. Take the other one. Say, oh no, sit down. I can't sit down. He wants fellowship. Time. Let's talk now. Let's just talk. You cannot wait. You are moving up and down. You go there. You go to the farm. Bring the other one. Go to the other one. The other one. You are doing gardening at the outside. You are doing the other one outside. The woman is waiting and say, can we talk? And they come back. You will not be doing gift to give her gift. She doesn't want gifts. He's not looking for gift. He's looking for time. So you have to identify what is the area that this one likes most, and then you begin to make out time. Okay? Then the last one is touch. That's in 1 Corinthians chapter 7. Okay? Touch. Now this touch can be in different areas. Some people, they are not interested in words, gifts, service, time. What they want is touch. Physical. Touch me. And then sex. This one is also sex other here. Sex. Okay? Now, this one is my own. Sex. Touch. My wife is not too keen about touch. So, she wants me to spend time. And when they say touch, the touch normally resort to sex. Can't we just touch and not do the thing? See that is in the body. It's an area I'm still working on. I need your prayers. So once you touch the man and you have to say, oh, the man feel cool. It's now full. But if you are saying, oh, darling, my darling husband, I bought this skin shoe for you. But no touch. Take your skin shoes away. What am I going to do with your skin shoes? You see what I'm saying? You are putting wrong food inside the wrong tank. Buying gifts. Say, my darling husband, I know that tomorrow is your birthday, so I prepared this so for you as birthday gifts. Meanwhile, you are not sleeping with him. Can you get birthday gift? Birthday gift. Birthday gift, I go chop. See, that means it's not what the person need. You are giving the person wrong gift. What he wants is touch. Okay? So if you are not used to that kind of thing, like maybe where you're upbringing and everything, you're not used to that kind of thing and everything, you now have to start working on it. By faith. Say, Father, help me. You are not saying it out of the mouth to hear. Help me. My husband. It's a faith walk. Do you know what I'm saying? Because what you are doing there, you are trying to minister to that person so that the person is excited, is happy, is full, emotionally full. So that as you are doing that one, your own is gift. You go down, say, you just told me today. That Olandis say, I go buy him today. I go buy him. You see? So you are feeding him, he's feeding you. Did you see the one? Did you get it? Did you get it so far? So that, and when you see, many times, but if you are dating, you cannot have sex. You cannot touch in terms of kissing. You have to limit your, draw boundaries. You see, this touch can be, all this work can be abused. You can use slap to touch somebody. It's touch. You get what I'm saying? So, it's also touch. Okay? You can use foul words to somebody. You are speaking about it's bad. It's bad to keep quiet. The same thing with gifts. Some gifts are like bribes. Greek gifts. After you finish messing him up, you say, take. I don't want. You get what I'm saying now? All this one can be abused. You can serve somebody for wrong reasons. To take away the other person. So all these ones, it can be done negatively, it can be done positively. What I'm trying to say is that you look at the positive angle to it, you identify what is it that this person likes. So I give it to the person. I show him, I say kind words to that person. I begin to think of vocabulary I can use to talk to that person that will make him feel good about himself or her. And I say it. I may not really feel like saying it, but I say it. And you know what? If you are a single person, you can start with your parents. You can start doing it with your parents. Okay? Show your parents, you love that. You see, there are some places, people who grow up in a place where they don't hug. You know, they don't hug their parents, never hug them. My father never hugged me. I can't remember my father hugging me. Maybe my mother maybe want to beat me. Maybe when he wants to beat me. It's only when he touches me. You got what I'm saying now? So you can't remember maybe they hug me and I say I hug me. And it's not grow that kind of thing. So there was one lady who had a problem. They had a problem, and because of the way she grew up, she doesn't like hugging people and everything. So it was causing problem. And then she went for counseling. The person said, look, start practicing with your mother. He said, mother, Kai, you don't hug in the house. Say, try it. So she now went and tried it and hugged the mother. I say, when you hug the mother was hugging a pole. He said, so, but she kept doing it. She kept doing it. After a while, the mother now was able to hug her back. Even though it was looking like a plastic hug. But you see, with time, the mother started adjusting to hugging her. Okay? There was another boy who wasn't used to it. A very nice guy, well educated and had plenty of money. But each time she wants to get married, the problem they're having with the relationships that somebody said the word is worse than bad. So they just drop him. So now we have counsel. Then counsel and say, okay, begin to talk good. Say, how did you grow up? My parents. Foul words, bad words. The father, bad words. The father was a drunk. So he grew up with that kind of critical thing. You know, this criticizing the woman. So that's okay. Begin to say kind words to your father. Tell your father you love him. Say, tell my father I love him. My father has never told me he loved me before. Say, don't worry. Just tell him you love him. So he said, Daddy, I love you. So he kept saying it. I got Daddy, I love you. That's rubbish. Keep quiet. You know, and he kept doing it, practicing. After a while, the father said, I love you too. I love you too. You know, just say, I love you too. See, he was breaking the barrier. Until now the father could say, I love you. I love you. I said one time, himself and his father, they hugged each other and the father was in tears. He was in tears. The thing was broken. This is the upbringing, the background. So those things have to change. As you work on those areas, begin to affect your relationship, your marriage. Begin to affect this. You are no longer thinking of yourself now. You are thinking of the other person. How can I feed his need? If I feel his need or her need, then I will get cooperation and we can do more together. Okay? So now we'll do question. Okay? Questions based on what we have tonight. These things are things you can practice. If you have children, you can practice with your children. If you don't have children, you can practice with your father, your parents, or your colleagues in the office. Okay? Your colleagues in the office. Exactly. You can practice with your colleagues in the office. No, not opposite sex. In fact, there was a story of this young man who he had a roommate in the university. The roommate was the type that scatters things. Just scatters things anyhow. This thing will cook a drink on the ground, socks on the ground, things on the ground all over the place. And then one time, the guy was so pissed up. What kind of person is this? So now I went for counsel. And now I advised him, I said, okay, you know what we're going to do? Check what does he like? Say, what's good about him? He said, well, the guy is nice. He's nice, he shows kindness to people. It's okay. Now begin to commend that area of him. Begin to affirm the area of him. So he now went back and I started talking to him. I said, you're such a nice person. Like, the way you show kindness, I let you show kindness, so. So as he began to say that to that guy, the guy was sensing the love coming to him. After doing that one, he now said, however, I will appreciate it. Don't tell him all the things he's doing wrong. I appreciate that if you can just be putting your shoes under your bed so that it can help, it will be convenient for me and for all of us so that I don't have to start stumbling on your shoes. Okay? He didn't start with that one. He started commending him and saying things that are good about him. So when I told him this is what he wants, no problem, no. He started keeping the food under the bed. You see what I'm saying now? And after a while, he started talking about the good things he's doing again. All that is good. He said, everybody wants to hear what is good about them. I say, I will appreciate that if you can be your cook. You know, America, they cook too much. He said, I wish you can be just this or Coca-Cola, this thing, so they can just put them in the trash can. You know? So what? No, why not? Why not? Quick. So he now even had this thing, he made a recycling this thing. So anytime you drink school, no more this on the ground. One step after the other, remaining the socks. He dealt with the socks again. Until the guy began to tidy up his room. Just so that, because if this guy is thinking good of me like this one, then I may try to please him. Can you see what I'm saying now? He's thinking good of me. He's trying to, see what you are doing now, I'm ministering to you. Then, because I'm ministering to you and you are enjoying it, so you now, anybody want to reciprocate now? You call your husband and say, well, you know, I love you. You are the best. I thank God I marry you. I mean, such a nice man, hardworking. I mean, even though he doesn't get enough money to come home, don't talk about that one. Say, look, just the way you walk, men, I'm really encouraged. Some men, they are so lazy. They still their lazy tails on their home. And they are waiting for the woman to bring money. But you know, you're not that kind of man. You're a good man. I thank God for you. You're a blessing. Yeah. It can go to any length. You are ministering to the person now. Now your interest becomes his interest. Or before you have had your own, I've had my own. You find the home, I had my own. You find the home. I get my own right. Get my own right. You can never get anywhere. You see, that's what I'm painting this one now. You check the area where that person needs to be ministered to, and you are reaching on that person in that area. Okay? And as you are doing that one, he is now here or doing that, how can I help this person? Praise God. Any question? The ones that are biblically allowed. Number one, first of all, you want to divorce, is it as a Christian or as an unbeliever? Because if you are an unbeliever, no matter how many divorces you have done, it's not recorded. There is no record of your divorces if you are not a believer. Okay? But if you are a child of God, there are grounds for divorce. There are grounds biblically allowed for divorce. Is there any evidence of sexual immorality can give you ground for divorce? Okay? If somebody is abusing you, if you have been abused, we normally advise that we separate both of you. If somebody is abusing you, we normally separate both of you. We don't allow somebody who is physically assaulting somebody to stay in a marriage. Okay? If your life is on the line, it is a wise thing for you to quit fast. Okay? And we also if we get our tape for last Tuesday, okay, we discussed about this divorce there. We leave some of those areas we addressed. But if you are thinking about divorce, first of all, you need to get counsel. There are grounds that can make you leave your marriage and quit. Okay? But not many grounds. But what we learn emphasize is the law of love. The law of love. Okay? Even in dependence committed sexual immorality, if you see that he's a good person, he has God's interest at heart, and you know he's repentant, there are things you can look at and say, well, let's seek counsel. And if there's genuine repentance, it's possible. But what we normally do, for me personally, as a pastor here, I will not accept any member abusing another person. I'm going to move out of the house. I'll move you out of the house immediately. But if you insist, you can go there. Like one of our old members before, was having that kind of problem before. And I advised, this is it. The person didn't listen to my advice. Okay? Went back. And thank God they left church. And then, the person is even dead now anyway. The person is dead. But thank God he didn't die on my neck here. Praise God. Any other question? Any question? So, no people cannot take counsel. We counsel them, they're not going to listen to you. Some people, the more you beat them, the more they go there. Some people are like goat. You know goat, you beat goat like this, go back to garden. See, when you are dating somebody, listen now. Listen, if you are dating somebody, when you are dating a boyfriend or a girlfriend, if you are dating anybody, what is the person saying about your minister? About your authority over you. Authority over you. Now, the thing I'm saying is that if somebody doesn't like God, those who don't love God, they will not love people who are preaching the gospel. They will have no respect for authority. That's what I'm saying now. Spiritual authority will not mean anything to them. Anyone who doesn't respect your pastor, he cannot help you. That cannot help you because when you are having crisis, your boss cannot help you. Only your pastor can help you. The man doesn't respect authority, doesn't have respect for authority. You have no business with that kind of person. It's a very important thing to note that I'm talking about some of the signs to show that this person is not a lover of God. If they are love God, I love God, but that guy, that your pastor, I hate him. When the says those kind of things, you know that the person is not a lover of God. It's just a lie. No love doesn't love God at all. Yes. I know they will say, that's true. They'll be able to find, once you get the microphone and say it. Once, if female ones will be able to find fault about the man. The pastor this one, pastor that one. We have experienced it now before. From before the rebellious people left us alone. We have experienced it. The female will begin to say, pastor this, pastor did that, pastor that one. Looking for pastor's faults. Okay? Now, they are looking for the fault of the pastor. And once you listen to that kind of person, you are going. It's good. The woman will put over your neck. It's a question of time. But if it's a woman, if it's a man, it's usually worse with women. But if it's a man, the man doesn't love God. If a man doesn't love God, listen, if a man does not love God, he can never love you. Forget it. If a man is not a lover of God, he can never love you. I don't care. He can never. When you choose Adam, you see snake. If that man doesn't love God, he doesn't have the capability of loving you because he doesn't love God. And the same thing applies to a woman. If a woman doesn't love God, it's just selfish. I mean, it's just looking for husband. That's all. And you happen to be candidate. So just to like a control freak. Move there. If you love me, if you love me, you know that everything is about control. Because if he doesn't love God, you can't. There is no hope for relationship. Forget it. Because see, anybody can be repaired when you're in God's hand. It's like a, what is it called? This is a potter. You know this potter will make a clay. You are clay. Anybody can be repaired. Any marriage can be repaired if they are lovers of God. I don't care how bad it is. It's thinking. If the love God can be repaired, because the master matchmaker can do the repair. But once one person doesn't love God, that is it. The police get killed. Yes.
Love God, but you just feel I can't listen to this person because that's how you've been brought up. How do you dictate whether the person is a lover of God?
That's very, very good. See, normally people like that, they are more dangerous than unbelievers. I'm telling you right now. They are more dangerous than unbelievers. See, those who have that kind of rigidity, they're just like the Pharisees. They're too dangerous. See, they give a facade of a loving God and everything. But they have been so much, it's a religious spirit. To say, I can't listen to anybody except this particular person. I talk about Canadian here. I talk about other ministers of the gospel that we listen to. And we are even bringing that devotion because we're using the devotion in the class, in the church. And the people who are listening to us that we know that once somebody is very rigid, it's dangerous. And you know, they're never happy. When you enter that marriage, they're never happy. They don't have depth of happiness. They are putting all this facade. There's no joy there. If I'm unbeliever, let me just say unbeliever is better than them. They're almost better than them. Better than them. If they're born again, let me not say that. If they're born again, they're better than unbeliever. But the point is that what I'm trying to say is that they are too dangerous. To stay with them is dangerous. But that rigidity is dangerous. That's how they manage the relationship. My pastor said this one, The thing is this, we are supposed to give you the information here. And then you do what you don't want with it. Not supposed to come and control you and then you must not listen to anybody except me. It's wickedness. It's dangerous. It's a religious spirit. Yes? When we're wedding you, this wedding ceremony, this is
So my question is about the relationship.
Yes.
Maybe when you are like in the war before,
yes,
you love, and the person breaks your heart now.
Yes.
Is it still possible for the person to love again?
If the person, would you have said? Yes.
And you love somebody.
Yes.
And the person broke your heart.
Yes.
How can you still love again? How can you still
Okay. Yes, because okay, good, very good question. It's very easy to love again because now you are not. When you are in the world, you are not loving the person with God's kind of love. You are using your own natural love. Natural love is not good enough. You need agape. What is called agape love? That is the love of God now to love that person. Natural love, when things war, hatred, the same way you take love and still take hatred. You got understand? But if it is the love of God, it doesn't work like that. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference now. Natural love will love the person where, when things are going where. Want the person leave, the person go hate them. As you take love and still take hatred. But if it is God's kind of love, it's not like that. When you mess up, God still loves you. God look how to rescue you. Yes. Yes. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's it. Yes, see, that's it. Like I cheated on my wife. You know, I cheated on my wife several years. You know that one. I kept girlfriends. I was doing all kinds of crazy things. Now the thing is this: when my wife discovered those things, I broke her heart. You get what I'm saying now? Because I was sleeping around all over the place. What I was doing was wrong. How come she's able to still love me now? Okay, I won't do program or television together. Reasons because it's not because of her ability. It's the love of God that has entered her. People to say no, forget about it. Let's talk about it. She won't laugh. All of us laugh about it. Some people, their husband sleeps somebody. You're talking about it. What's funny about it? See, the reason is because the love of God has not yet been. They have not allowed that love to manifest in their life. Okay? The more you stay in God's presence and learn this word of God, or the more you will see the love of God manifest through you. So somebody does you wrong, you just laugh. Even the person who broke you when you are an unbeliever, you pray for that person now and say God will bless him. You should pray for God to bless him now. That all the other person need to you that God will bless him now, you will not have the repercussion of it. Not to say, hey, God, that person will break my father, break your head. You see? See, the love of God doesn't do that one. The love of God is praying for the enemies. He's loving them. He's praying for their good. Let it be well with them. Because the more you pray for them, the more it will be well with you. And that's how things go. That's how God different from every other one. I think God answer now. So to make you to heal fast. Yes. Hallelujah. Yes.
You say very fresh now.
Yes.
Without check any diary and know how you appeal to them, they will still. But next time, if you repeat something like that, they will still bring it out.
Yes.
And say, you remember this thing you did.
I know what I say. Yes. It's a sign of somebody who is very vengeful and unforgiving. It's a vengeful and unforgiving person. Somebody who is vengeful and unforgiving. And that person needs to be counseled. Because it's good, it's dangerous for that woman's health. It's dangerous for health. When you begin to make reference to the past and repeatedly you keep digging to the past, you are in a dangerous territory. Because if God is calling for your past things, you will not be standing here today. So it's very important. You need to make sure that it has to be dealt with. If you don't know any other kind of person, it will be cancelled. So it doesn't destroy our life. It's not done. Something has already gone past. Don't dig into it. You can never be healed like that. Even if you get it after some time, you still come back. It's not good. It's still dangerous. Yeah, that person needs help, man. So that person needs to be. If you are that, if your wife is like that, you know, report him or have a counsel. And they'll call two of you sit down. It's dangerous. Say that thing you did. For instance, one now come and say, how come that woman, when I own brother want to come and sleep in their house? What was I thinking about when I did it? I thought we have already forgiven this matter. See this one I'm saying now? So if we keep digging into it, we can never leak anywhere. Yeah, that's why that you are not a grown person. Yeah, it's a baby Christian, it's not growing spiritually. Even though it's growing, it's still the growth is very small. See, because it's a baby, you know, when you do something to the baby, even some babies forget. You get what I'm saying now? It's only if someone they can say, that thing you carry my thing, go and read it. If they see it, they can remember. It's only but they forget. But if you are a grown-up person, you don't begin to dig the past. Leave the past alone. How many can you dig? And nobody doesn't have past. You get what I'm saying? It's very easy to dig somebody's own. You get what I'm saying? Not your own. Good. Another question. Are you blessed tonight? Yes, praise God. Hallelujah. Let's Pray. Father, in the name of Jesus, I thank you for his faithfulness tonight. Say this word. Say, Heavenly Father, I believe and I confess the love of God has been shed abroad in my heart by the Holy Ghost. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I have victory over offense. I don't get angry easily. I don't take account of what people done to me. I don't take account of what people done to me. I don't pay attention to suffered wrong. I walk in love. In the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Now listen, you see. Let me tell you one thing. You can never be successful in life if you don't forgive. You can never be successful. If you don't forgive, it will affect your finances. It will affect your health. If you don't forgive. One of the key things God has done for me and my wife here is being able to walk in forgiveness and love. One another. And the thing is this. My wife wants this marriage to work. I want this marriage to work. And we two of us love God. The secret is that two of us are lovers of God. If you are not yet married, never marry somebody who doesn't love God. I'm saying it again. Don't marry somebody who doesn't love God. I'm talking about if somebody is faking. If you are smart, you know the person is faking. Okay? If somebody loves God, then there's hope for that person. But if he doesn't love God, no hope. Okay? Your future is bright. Those of you are single and those of you are married, God will help you to run this relationship. In the name of Jesus Christ. You are getting this teaching here so that it can further change things in your marriage if you are already married. And if you are not yet married, it can help you to make the right choice. So that you don't regret tomorrow. My marriage is better than my father's marriage. My wife's marriage is better than my mother's marriage. We are better than our parents. Your parents' marriage is also better than your own parents. Your marriage. Are you aware of that? You say, my father and my husband, they love you, but me, I don't know. It shouldn't be so. It's also better. So if you have not made the choice now, don't rush into any relationship. Take your time. If it's God, it can wait. It can withstand test. And it will be so obvious before you go to it. Don't just rush to marriage just because of pressure. People will pressure you. By the time you enter that marriage, they will leave you alone. You suffer it, and the infant will die inside. Have a wonderful week in Jesus' name. That's all we can take.
In this edition of Eagle Christian Voice of Victory.
Praise God. Now, if you're not born again, before you close on this session, you need to say, you need to believe in your heart.
Amen.
And confess your Lord Jesus as Lord.
Amen.
Because there's a real hell and a real heaven.
Amen.
And you going to heaven is based on whether you accept Jesus Christ or you reject him. Say this prayer a minute. Say, Dear God, I believe in my heart.
I believe in my heart.
And I confess my mouth.
And I confess my
Jesus.
Jesus.
Jesus. You are the Son of God.
You are the Son of
that died for my sins.
that died for my sins.
You are raised.
You are raised
for my justification.
for my justification.
I'm born again.
I'm born again.
If you just say that simple prayer, that's it. It's opening, believing, and confessing. Now, if you are sick in your body, touch your own right now. The name. And we use the name just to knock it off. In the name
Amen.
of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Be healed. That's it. Say, I take my healing.
I take my healing.
That's right. We believe you receive. So now act on your faith. Do something and act on your faith. The next most important, before we go here today, you need to look for a living church.
Amen.
God has a church for you that where you can grow spiritually. My belief is that the Lord will lead to the right church where you can worship God in Jesus' name.
Amen.
We love you.
To make disciples of all the nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, teaching them the word of the Lord. Christian Center, voice of victory. We bring you good news. We say we love you. You will never be the same again. Join Pastor and Mrs. Loto at the Eagle Christian Center for Sunday worship service by 9 a.m. Tuesdays, Bible studies and leadership training by 6 p.m. Fridays, prayer and healing service also by 6 p.m. Venue suite A14 ground floor, Rochas Plaza by Loke Christian Bookshop, which is Zone 3, Abuja. For further details, call 0803-965-8883 or email
eaglechristiencenter@yahoo.com.
Make it a date with the Lord and experience God's transformation power in your life. You will never be the same again.